I'm sorry for not saying G-Day when I walked past ya. I'm sorry for being on me phone at the dinner table. I'm sorry for not shouting ya a beer when it was me round. I'm sorry for talking the last meat pie and not off Aaron. I'm sorry for cutting ya off in the servo line. I'm sorry for not slowing down at the school zone. I'm sorry for leaving the shopping trolley in the middle of the car park. I'm sorry for not wrapping me garbage before chucking it in the bin. I'm sorry for letting me dog bark all arvo. I'm sorry for playing me music too loud on Australia Day. I'm sorry for not talking me boots off at the door. I'm sorry for saying she'll be right when she actually wasn't. I'm sorry for not showing up to me mate's barbecue when I said I would. I'm sorry for flaking on me footy training. I'm sorry for talking behind a mate's back at the pub. I'm sorry for being a sore loser after a game of cricket. I'm sorry for not thanking the servo bloke who filled me tank. I'm sorry for not waving when someone let me in on the road. I'm sorry for tailgating on the freeway. I'm sorry for not respecting the elders in the community. I'm sorry for not acknowledging the traditional owners of this land. I'm sorry for being late to work for the third time this week. I'm sorry for not calling me mom. I'm sorry for forgetting me mate's birthday. I'm sorry for not helping when someone's Uda got bogged. I'm sorry for not checking on me neighbor during the floods. I'm sorry for being too lazy to put the bins out. I'm sorry for complaining about the weather when it's actually not that bad. I'm sorry for saying no worries when I really meant it's a worry. I'm sorry for not listening to me partner properly. I'm sorry for scrolling TikTok instead of having a real yarn. I'm sorry for not appreciating how good we've got it in this country. I'm sorry for taking the beach for granted. I'm sorry for littering on the sand. I'm sorry for not saving water during the drought. I'm sorry for winging about the heat when I got air con at home. I'm sorry for not thanking the ambos or fireys who save lives. I'm sorry for judging someone by their postcode. I'm sorry for not giving a fair go to a newcomer. I'm sorry for being racist, even as a joke. I'm sorry for not standing up for a mate when they got picked on. I'm sorry for not caring enough about me own mental health. I'm sorry for saying man up to a bloke who was struggling. I'm sorry for ignoring me own feelings. I'm sorry for drinking too much and making a fool of myself. I'm sorry for driving home after a few beers. I'm sorry for not keeping me cool at the footy. I'm sorry for abuse in the ref. I'm sorry for not shaking hands after the game. I'm sorry for not being a good sport. I'm sorry for not thanking God for the little things. I'm sorry for blaming everyone else for me problems. I'm sorry for not taking responsibility. I'm sorry for not apologizing sooner. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry to me mom. I'm sorry to me dad. I'm sorry to me kids if I wasn't there enough. I'm sorry to me missus for not listening. I'm sorry to me dog for not walking him enough. I'm sorry to me own self for giving up too easy. ZYN Hustle here.